Violent extremism poses a major threat to communities both locally and abroad, as it is not restricted by international borders. The youth are particularly vulnerable as they can be inspired by a wide range of religious, political or other ideological beliefs. To counter violent extremism ideologies, the Kenya Community Support Center has been in the forefront of providing the youth with mechanisms to understand the behavior, tactics and other indicators that could point to potential terrorist activity in Kenya.
We concentrate so much on looking at how people can radicalize you. But have you ever taken time to ask yourself that you could also radicalize your own self? Have you ever taken time to sit down that you could be the cause of your own radicalization? You could be the cause of your own extremism. You could be a terror on your own self. You could be a terrorist of your own self. Therefore, as we point fingers to organizations that are influencing us to take that direction, we also need to look at within ourselves. I want you to write down this. Okay? There is an African proverb which says, if there is no enemy within, the enemy without cannot defeat you. If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can never defeat you.
It is hoped that by creating awareness about violent extremism, individuals and groups can choose non-violent expression of views.
The chances is to get close to someone who is selling perfumes, the chances is you will smell nice, good. Even if you don't have money to buy the perfume, you will smell good. And if you sit close to an ironsmith, those lightning could make holes on your shirt or trouser, even though you're not an ironsmith yourself. So be careful. Mahatma Gandhi one time said, it is better to be alone forever in life than being in a bad company. So make sure you select who you associate with, because association brings assimilation, brings appreciation, adaptation, and before you realize you are worse than the person who tried or who made the attempt to radicalize you.
Dr. Othman Mujahid has been instrumental in training the youth from the 4 constituencies of Mombasa to understand the motivations of recruiters, methods of recruiters, and containing the influence of violent extremist ideology.
We all need to understand that the terrorist, extremist and radical organization intend to achieve is to affect political, social, economic or religious change through the use of fear and intimidation. Through the use of fear and intimidation. Greatest weapon that terrorist or radical organization use to make young people join them, buy their agenda, buy their idea. In their social marketing strategies, they use a lot of fear that you need to be worried about. So they could kidnap, they could assassinate, improvised explosive device, they could use that. They could even use chemical devices, biological, radiological, dispersal, and then nuclear, anything. You see, these are people who want to achieve their goal by any means. They don't care how many people will have to die. They don't care how many people will have to pay a very expensive price. They don't know how much damage will be done on the mother nature. They don't care how many children will die, how many women will die, how many pregnant women will have to. They don't care about anything. The humanity, when you go through their training manuals, it's like it literally removes the human inside you. It removes the human inside you, and instead it replaces it with the devil. Therefore you see everybody through the eye of a devil. Remember when we were discussing about the persuasive skills that most of the time they use. And this is one thing we really need to be aware of. This idea of every time repeating, the repetition as a strategy of making people imagine that this thing is huge, is big, is a very powerful network It's not easy to defeat these people. They do that deliberately by making sure Al-Qaeda, for example, everywhere Al-Qaeda, and therefore in the minds of the young people it's like these people are powerful. You can't fight them. That is a strategy of making people see like we have the strength. Al-Shabaab everywhere, you know, the CDs, the media, and so on and so forth. And therefore the young people think that this must be a very well organized network. Repetition. I pledge to be a positive person and positive influence on my family, friends, co-workers, and community. I promise to be positively contagious and share more smiles, laughter, encouragement, and joy with those around me. I vow to stay positive in the face of negativity. When I am surrounded by pessimism, I will choose optimism. When I feel fear, I will choose faith. When I want to hate, I will choose love. When I want to be bitter, I will choose to get better. When I experience a challenge, I will look for opportunity to learn and grow. When faced with adversity, I will find strength. When I experience a setback, I will be resilient. When I meet failure, I will fail forward toward future success. With vision, hope, and faith, I will never give up and will always move forward towards my destiny. I believe my best days are ahead of me, not behind me. I believe I'm here for a reason and my purpose is greater than my challenges. I believe that being positive not only makes me better, it makes everyone around me better. So today and every day I will be positive and strive to make a positive impact in the world. Thank you, Abia.
The youth who have benefited from the Kataa Kutumiwa series of sensitization workshops say that the training has been crucial in creating self-awareness, improving self-esteem and starting their own business initiatives.
Kwa majina naitwa Kasim Juma, natoka Likoni. Kwetu Likoni ndio kulikuwa shime kubwa ya tuseme hotspot ya MRC, lakini twashukuru kutokana na trainings tulopokea tumeweza kuwezesha wenzetu kujua nini chafanyika na yapi malengo makuu ya MRC, na sio ati kupigania jimbo letu au nini, ilikuwa ni issue zao binafsi.
Nifundishwa about vile tuweza jibadilisha sio yenyewe kimapato. Na before nije kwa hizi forum, pesa zangu nilikuwa natumia vibaya. But sasa ukienda katika ile sehemu ambayo natoka Changamwe, hasa pale kwetu ambapo tuko center, tumefungua kaosh na imeweza kusaidia vijana zaidi ya 10, na ni mimi ndio nilianza baada hizi forum. Second thing, 2 weeks back tumekuwa tukija Kongowea kuchukua machungwa na ndizi hapo kwa kaosh tuweka kando. Mtu akioshwa gari yaweza kaa pale kando akila ndizi, ambayo ni success story na pia imemotivate watu wengi na youth wengi wameweza kujitokeza. Imesaidia youth zaidi ya 10 ambao walikuwa ni jobless.
Kulingana na hizi forums zimenijenga mimi mwanzo, mimi mwenyewe nikajikubali vile nilivyo na nikajua hakuna mtu aweza kanibadilisha, ni mimi mwenyewe kubadilika. Nikawa sasa hizi nikipata na mimi nafundisha wenzangu. Mujahideen is my facilitator, lakini na mimi nikifika kwa ground mimi ndio facilitator. Sasa ikanipatia nguvu ya kuwa I can do it as he can do. Alafu another thing, mwezi wa 3 nilienda Nairobi. Nilipofika Nairobi baada ya kuwa tushasoma about the devolved government devolution that the other day, nilipokwenda Nairobi nikaona instead ya kuwa mimi nitakuwa kwa jamii niwe na elimisha watu, kwa nini mimi nisifungue tenda? I opened my own enterprise. I'm looking for tenders from the county governor, nipate nijisaidie mimi na nitaisaidia wenzangu ambao wako ready to learn more.
The constituencies that we are coming from, so that we reach out to more youth. And I will also be looking for the same trainers. Are they there? To the constituency? They are there. You are confident enough.
The executive director of the Kenya Community Support Center, Phyllis Mwema, says the project, which was launched to address challenges facing the youth in Mombasa, has been instrumental in making the youth think differently.
This majorly Islamic region, they have found that as a very good ground for them to operate. more so targeting the young people who don't seem to understand deeper the issues of religion. And therefore they have used places like just the social grounds where youth sit. They have used the mosques where they pretend that they're visiting preachers, and in the end they put youth in a corner and try to radicalize them by teaching them things which are really not religious, but pretending that they're religious teachings. And so Kataa Kutumiwa is a program that uses multimedia to create awareness and to counter radical extremism in the coast. We use things like the billboards, which we place around the towns with key messages that help people to know the dangers of radicalization and how radicalization can really affect our social fabric, our economy, and even our political destiny. We are happy to report that today being the final forum, we have built enough capacity amongst the youth leaders. We have created awareness, and the youth have actually come out strongly to challenge people who use religion as a standpoint. We have also realized that extremists are not just looking at the Muslim youth. They're also targeting innocent Christian youth who tend to be ignorant, both in their religious belief as Christians and who don't understand Islam. So they are quickly converting youth, and before they realize, they take them out of the country for further training. And in this forum, we are bringing both Muslim and Christian youth. We are happy to note that the levels of radicalization are going low.